next lesson is about factoring perfect square trinomial. Example number 1, we have n squared plus 16n plus 64. So, ang una natin gagawin, i-observe natin yung first term tsaka last term niya kung sila ba ay mga perfect square given. So, example natin, n squared. N squared is a perfect square, and then 64 is also a perfect square. So, pag perfect square sila, proceed tayo sa pagpa-factor. Okay. So, gawa tayo ng dalawang parenthesis para sa kanilang factor. And then, kunin natin yung root ng first term at yung root ng last term. Okay. Ano ba ang root natin ng first term? N squared. The root of n squared is n times n. And then, the root of 64, the square root of 64 is 8 and 8, or 8 times 8 equals to 64. Now, what is the sign in our factor? So, magbe-base tayo ng sign dun sa ating middle term na sign. Since ang sign ng middle term natin ay positive, therefore, parehas silang positive. So, bali ang magiging answer natin is n plus 8 times n plus 8, or pwede rin natin sabihin na n plus 8 raised to the second power. So, yan yung ating final answer. Example number 2, we have 4x squared plus 4x plus 1. So, observe natin yung first term at last term natin. 4x squared is a perfect square, and then 1 is also a perfect square. Okay, proceed tayo sa factoring. So, gawa tayo ng dalawang parentheses. Okay, what is the root of 4? What is the square root of 4? The square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 2 is equals to 4, and then the square root of x squared is x. So, x times x equals to x squared. Now, what is the root of our 1? The square root of 1 is 1. So, 1 times 1 is equals to 1. What is the sign in our middle term? Or ang ating, sa factor, ang magiging sign natin. Middle term natin is positive, therefore, magiging plus yung ating sign sa factor. So, ang final answer natin, 2x plus 1 times 2x plus 1, or 2x plus 1 raised to the quantity of 2. Given number 3, we have x squared plus 14xy plus 49y squared. Observe natin yung first term natin. First term is a perfect square, and last term is also a perfect square. Kaya proceed tayo ngayon ng factoring. So, gawa tayo ng dalawang parentheses. Kunin natin ang root ng first term. Ang first term, root ay x times x. And then yung last term natin, square root ng 49 is 7. And 7. 7 times 7 is 49. Then, the root of y squared is y times y. Sign natin sa factor natin, since positive ang middle term, positive ang magiging sign natin or plus. So, bali magiging x plus 7y times x plus 7y, or x plus 7y raised to the second power. For example, number 4, we have 3x squared minus 18xy plus 27y squared. So, kung mapapansin natin, yung first term natin at yung last term natin ay hindi naman sila mga perfect square given. So, anong gagawin natin? So, kailangan muna natin i-factor yung polynomial using the common monomial factor. So, we have here 3x squared, 18xy, and then 27y squared. Okay, so factor ng 3x squared is 3 times x times x. 18 is, so kanyang 18, ang prime factor ng 18 divide 2 is 9. 9 divide 3 is 3. 3 is a prime number, so doon na magtatapos yung ating prime factor. 2 times 3 times 3, and then we have x times y. 27. 27 is divisible by 3. Divide natin, 9. Then 3, then 3, since 3 is a prime number, doon na tayo mag-stop ng prime factor niya. So, bali magiging 3 times 3 times 3, then y times y. So, para makuha natin yung first factor, kunin natin yung GCF niya, or greatest common monomial factor. Yung greatest common monomial factor niya ay 3 lang. Okay, so 3. Ang outer factor natin is 3. Now, divide natin tong polynomial dito sa 3. So, para mas madali, kunin na lang natin yung remaining factor. So, x squared. Then, next is minus, ang natira dito is 2 times 3 is equals to 6. Then, x times y is xy. Then, plus 3 times 3 is 9. And then y times y is y squared. Okay. So, dito pala, makikita na natin yung first term natin and last term natin ay perfect square trinomial na. So, pwede na natin sila i-factor ngayon. So, gawa tayo ng dalawang parentheses. Okay, so kunin natin ang root ng first term dito. Anong root ng x squared? X squared is x times x. Root ng 9 is 3 times 3. And then y squared is y times y. So, ano yung magiging sign natin yan? So, middle term natin is minus. So, therefore, minus din yung magiging sign natin. So, ang final answer natin is 3 times x minus 3y times x minus 3y. Or, pwede rin 3 times x minus 3y raised to the second power. Okay, for the last example, we have 75s cubed plus 30s squared plus 3s. So, tingnan natin yung first term and last term natin ay hindi naman sila mga perfect square trinomial. So, pag tinignan natin naman yung given, lahat sila may variable na s. So, therefore, pwede natin silang i-factor using the common monomial factor. Okay, so we have here 75s cubed, 30s squared, and then 3s. Okay, so kunin natin yung factor nila. 75 is divisible by 5. So we have here 1 and then 25, 15. 15 is divisible by 3. Therefore, we have 5. 5 is a prime number. So doon na mag-stop yung ating prime factor. So ang prime factor ng 75 ay 3 times 5 times 5. Then, we have s times s times s. Next, we have 30. 30 is divisible by 2. So, we have 15. 15 is divisible by 3. We have 5. So, 5 is a prime number. Therefore, stop na tayo doon. So, ang factor niya ay magiging 3 times 5 times 2. Okay, so s squared, we have s times s. And then, for the 3s, we have 3 times s. Get the GCF or common monomial factor. So, we have 3 times s. Wala na. So, yun ang magiging first factor natin. 3s. So, yung 3s na yan, kunin natin yung other factor natin by dividing this polynomial to this common factor. Pero mas madali kung kunin na lang natin yung nagtitirang factor. 5 times 5 equals to 25. And then, s times s equals to s squared. Plus 5 times 2 is equals to 15. And then, s plus, since wala na yan, automatic 1 yung matitira. Okay, pansinin natin, 25s squared is a perfect square. And 1 is also a perfect square. So, pwede na natin kunin yung factor nila. Okay, so we have 3s times, gawa tayo ng dalawang parentheses. What is the root of 25? The root of 25 is 5 times 5 is 25. The root of s squared is s times s, s squared. Next, the root of 1 is 1 times 1. Middle sign natin is positive, so magiging plus sila. Final answer natin, 3s times 5s plus 1 times 5s plus 1 or pwede ring 3s times 5s plus 1 raised to the second power.